Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
You have companies that have Twitter accounts and people twittering like Comcast Cares or Time Warner or Kodak. Well, now I feel like, oh, I've connected with a person. I've got a human connection that can help me at least get to the spot that I want to. I bet that for companies, if they start to do analysis, they'll find that Twitter, using the same customer service reps, they'll have more effective customer satisfaction with Twitter than they'll have with email.
So Twitter is more for customer service than it is for marketing.
Sure, I think so.
Now, Scott, are you on Twitter?
Yes, I am.
As?
Scott Porad, SCOTTPORAD.
And what do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? I work on a website that perhaps you've heard of, Chris, called I Can Has Cheeseburger. We have another little website called failblog.org. But in general, we run the Cheeseburger Network, which is a network of humor and entertainment websites.
So I think I've made Failblog before with the old Tech TV clip.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess.
That means you're among the top 1% of failures on Earth.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely full of fail.
Full of fail.
So what are your thoughts then, in general, on connecting communities and human beings together between companies and individuals?
What do you mean? What are my thoughts? Just in general?
In general.
Well, the technologies that allow it. Some technologies are there and help companies allow companies to do things less expensively, but it doesn't necessarily make the customer feel any more connected. And some technologies can make it both less expensive and make the customer feel less expensive. And so, for instance, compare telephone versus email. For customer service, email might be, or let's compare telephone versus email versus instant chat, right? I would bet, I don't have any data, but I would bet that customers who use the chat, are more satisfied than those that use the email because they feel like they're getting an instant connection with a person. And then the same thing goes for Twitter. Those customers feel like they're getting a connection with a person. And I would, even though it's the same CSRs that answer the phone, same CSRs that answer the email, same CSRs that chat. When I say CSRs, I mean customer service representative. There comes my drugstore.com lingo.
I used to be a TSR, so.
What's a TSR?
It'd be a telemarketer.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
But it's whatever those channels you have that actually connect people with other people are the ones that are going to have the most satisfying experience for those customers. That'd be my feeling about it, not being an expert in the customer service space. But as a consumer, I'm like what you were saying. I'm the guy who presses 0 because I just want to talk to somebody.
Well, you're a human being.
I'm a human being.
Not a human doing, a human being.
That's right, I'm a human being.
Right.
Now, what's interesting, here's a side note since you're recording this. The other day, you know how so often you call tech support and the first thing they do, they ask you check if it's plugged in, check to see how the wires are.
Yeah.
And lots of times that's really annoying. Of course, the other day that happened to me. I didn't call yet, but I was like, why isn't this thing working? And I'm fiddling around with it for the longest time, and I'm feeling like, oh, maybe if this wire was plugged in the right spot, it would work.
Done that before.
So even when you get to a person, they just ask you to do those things. It feels better talking to a person about it than going through an automated system.